My name is Miss Esther and I work in the front office. I am Mrs. Rutenbar's secretary, and today I am going to read Pete the Cat Saves Christmas. And I love this story because even though Pete the Cat was small, he gave it his all and always did his very best. So while I read this story, I want you to think about that. Whether you're in kindergarten or 5th grade, I want you to think of ways you can give it your all during this holiday season. You might ask, what does that look like? And I'm so glad you did, because these are some of the little things you can do to give it your all during the holiday season. You could smile at somebody who looks sad. You could make them a card. You could work really hard at school and do your very best work. You could raise your hand and ask your teacher nicely if you need help instead of getting frustrated when you don't know something. You could say something like, Miss Rivera, I'm not quite understanding that. Could you tell that to me in a different way? There are all kinds of things we can do in the holiday season to give it our very best. So while I read this book, I want you to think of one way you can give your very best. Pete the Cat Saves Christmas, written by Eric Litwin. Artwork by James Dean, creator of Pete the Cat. "'Twas the day before Christmas, and Santa was ill. In the cold winter wind, he had caught a bad chill. Poor Santa. Poor Santa. Will Christmas be canceled? Will it come to that? Never, cried Santa. Let's call Pete the Cat. Santa asked Pete to deliver the toys to all the good girls and all the good boys. I'll do it, said Pete, and although I am small, at Christmas we give, so I'll give it my all. Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all. Pete jumped in his minibus and started to roll. First stop, the North Pole. Road trip, cried Pete. The reindeer were waiting to give Pete a tow, so he packed up the presents and told them to go. Then the minibus flew just like in a movie. Pete the Cat cried, "This is totally groovy." I can do it, said Pete, and although I am small, at Christmas we give, so I'll give it my all. Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all. As the children were sleeping all snug in their beds, Pete and his reindeer appeared overhead. Straight down the chimney, Pete flew in a dash, then back in his minibus, quick as a flash. Each time he delivered a holiday gift, he crossed off a name written on Santa's list. Santa's list was so big and Pete felt so small, but at Christmas we give, so he gave it his all. Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all. At the very last minute, they reached the last house. Pete dashed in and out, just as quiet as a mouse. Then right at the break of the new Christmas day, Pete and his reindeer were flying away. Back at the North Pole, old Santa was waiting. The elves and the town folks were all celebrating. Thank you, Pete. Small is cool. Santa was dressed in his red coat and hat and cried, hip, hip, hooray for our friend, Pete the Cat. I did it, said Pete, and although I am small, in the spirit of Christmas, I gave it my all. Give it your all, give it your all. At Christmas we give, so give it your all. Merry Christmas, everyone.